Hello, hockey fans. The Minnesota Hockey Connection is on the air. We're on the air for the next half hour. I'm Kenny Gallagher, joined by Jerry Burrow. We have a special guest with us today, head hockey coach at Duluth Denfeld, Kevin Smalley. Kevin, you've been doing this a while.
Yeah. I have.
No.
It's funny you say that because somebody asked me that question the other day, and you lose track of how many years you've been doing it. It's just, I think I'm on 12 or 13 years or something like that. So yeah, it's been a while. Going into this, I never could have predicted I'd be here that long, but I certainly enjoy what I do. So.
Well, I was going to say, you have to enjoy it to continually do it. And, it's got to be somewhat of a thrill for any head hockey coach or for a varsity team, a high school team, to see these kids go from 9th, 10th grade and become a senior and then maybe go on to be a professional hockey player. And it's got to be a thrill for you to watch them progress.
It's not only that, the progression like you're talking about it's becoming young men and preparing them for the future in life and those kind of things. We had some I have some ex-players that are in the military and they'll email me, hey, season's coming and this and that. So you get that connection with the kids and no matter which direction they go, whether it's continuing to play hockey or just go to school for education or just go on with their life.
Yeah, it's kind of nice being connected after they're done playing and that, and knowing where they're at, what they're doing, and I guess there'll always be reunions too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. The guys come back. We do a little golf outing, and we get to see some ex-alumni guys, and there's other things too. We do the Christmas Eve skate where guys come back, and a lot of kids that some still playing. Bring their equipment back, so we get out there and have a little shinny game and have some fun. So
the ones that live in the area, you got a few that help out with the team at all, or any way they can, or with the younger kids, or?
Yeah, we've got a few kids that stepped up. There's a couple of them that are refereeing now for that became referees that are working their way up the ladder to the high school side of it. That are doing the youth programs right now and. We do have some kids that are involved in our younger programs, so they give back. I think that's kind of what I do. It's when I left there and I had a great opportunity at Denfeld and great opportunity at UMD, and I wanted to bring some of that back. So
plus you have a couple coaches and Bantams that played at UMD that weren't Denfeld, but. They want to, same philosophy. They want to give back, and they're helping your program now, right. Matt Stardy and Scott Kishel.
Yeah, two great guys. Yeah. We're very fortunate to have those kind of guys step forward and want to be part of helping
Max Stardy's part of the
Max
crew?
Stardy is now a Denfeld Hunter Bantam coach for with Scott Kishel. So
well, good.
Guys like that, when they step up to the plate and they want to get involved, and these kids and the parents should be thrilled to have folks like that helping their kids. So,
Well, Max Tardy will be remembered in Bulldog lore. Did he have the game-tying goal in the championship game? I know he scored a goal in the game. I thought it might have been the game-tying goal.
I don't know if it's the first goal or the second tying goal.
It could have been the tying goal.
Yeah, I thought it was. Biggest game of his career. Of course, Kyle Schmidt went on for the game winner. And then the Snow Angel at the end. We'll never forget it. Where were you watching the game? Were you at the arena?
No, I was not at the arena. No.
XL?
Yeah, I was not at the XL at that time. I was back here for other reasons. But we had a group of guys that were together that certainly were very excited to watch that happen.
What a thrill when they won that game in When the game went into overtime against Michigan, I thought, oh my God, I had flashbacks of Bowling Green, and I thought they cannot lose this game. And by golly, Kyle Schmidt got that goal, and we got the championship.
Right.
That started it. The bottom line is, it took a lot of years to get back there, and those guys, they went out and they did it. So.
And they beat a good program in Michigan.
Really good program.
Yeah.
You look at the teams that they played to even get there. Everybody that gets there is there for they're playing well. They're good hockey teams. So, what they accomplished was an incredible accomplishment for the program.
Yeah.
So.
Well, going back to coaches, who are your assistant coaches this year?
We have the same group of guys. We added one new coach. Adam Shikes will be helping with our JV.
Is that his son on the team?
Yep, that's his son on the team. Adam was our Bantam coach last year and the year before, so he's been involved in the program, and we thought at this point in time with young guys coming up in our program, let's turn the Bantam program over to them. And Adam's been good to our program, and we needed another JV coach, so Adam stepped forward and is helping us with that. And Jeff Derrick has been there for many years, and Brian Lent's been, I think Brian and I have about the same amount of years.
Okay.
He might have even more years than I do, because he started at Central
Right.
coaching too. So, and Ron Tomasoni. So, I mean,
Right.
you know, the crew that we have is pretty much been the same crew for many years. So that helps.
So how's the west side of the town doing with the youth programs? There's more numbers coming up, or we got a new guy at Daha now. Maybe that will help too, but.
Something's got to help, because the numbers that we have right now, you know, thank heavens for a couple of football players that stepped forward and said they'd play hockey this year for our high school team.
Oh, nice.
So we could have a JV team, you know, have some numbers. The Bantam program is pretty well depleted down to, you know, 18, 19 kids. Not a lot of kids playing at that age bracket. I don't know if it's just this gap that we have right now, but you know, we have some decent numbers in Pee-wees, and you know, but you look at that, you know, where we're losing them, it seems to be from that from the squirts to the Pee-wees to the Bantams in that area, you know, for whatever reasons. But certainly we're in trouble.
Are they just stopped playing hockey, or are they going off to different teams?
Well, you know, some of both, I guess. You know, they move, or they, you know, something might be greener on the other side, so to speak. And you know, we look at it this way: it is what it is, and we're fortunate to have the kids that stayed that play for us. They're good
Right.
kids. They work hard. You know, our expectations of them is to come and work hard every day, and be student class act citizens, all that kind of stuff. So we're very happy to have the group that we do have, but certainly we could use more numbers.
Boy, you had a great group not too many years ago. Staffney, Johnsons, Hodgkins. My
Right.
goodness,
Yeah.
what a team that was.
Yeah, those guys stuck together. A lot of those guys stuck together. We lost a couple really good ones that went to Marshall that left that group that I think
Right.
would have put us over the edge. But certainly they went on to have great careers too. And you know, but that whole group of kids, you know, they started when they were young and they stayed together. And you know, that's what you get when you get to the high school level.
So the season starts Friday?
Friday night, yeah, we kick off Friday night with Red Wing, and then Saturday afternoon with Bloomington Jefferson. So we got a busy weekend.
So the road to state starts Friday.
Road to State started the first day of practice.
There you go. There you
So
go.
tell us a little bit about your team.
Well, we you know what? We have a lot of seniors. We got a lot of guys that played a lot of JV minutes last year. Not a lot of varsity minutes with a lot of guys, but you know, we're gonna be patient in a lot of ways. We've got a good group of defensemen coming back. We got good goaltending coming back. You know, obviously we're like anybody. We're looking for somebody up front to score some goals, and hopefully we can find that in time. But for now, we're senior loaded in a lot of ways, but not with a lot of varsity minutes. So we expect this group to take off, and we might not be on all cylinders right away, but hopefully at the right time we'll put it together and be a tough team to play.
Well, you do have probably one of the best goalies in the state, and I think you got the foundation with River Alander. And did I say that right, Alander?
Yeah.
And I tell you, I saw him in the Elite League the second half a lot, and he was the best elite goalie second half of the season down there in Midwest, Upper Midwest Elite League. It's the best hockey players in Minnesota.
Well, Coach, what do you think about that? One of the best goalies in the state.
Well, you think about what he's been through. He, in our game last year in the semifinals against Marshall, he separated his shoulder.
Yeah.
And wouldn't come out of the game. Didn't complain a bit. Had surgery in the summer. Had surgery after that, and got himself an opportunity to play in the Elite League, and certainly took advantage of it. We're hoping that we can help him out with some good, solid defensemen in front of him, and I think if we can keep the puck out of the net and he can play the way that he's capable of playing, and who knows what can happen.
Yeah, yeah.
And and I don't want to forget Brandon Johnson as our a senior goalie too. We played him in the Jamboree the other night against Hermantown, and he can also stop the puck. So
Good.
I think our foundation.
So
back
he'll
there,
he'll get a few games in.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
good.
He's worked hard. He's a great kid. Like I said, we're fortunate to have good kids, and when you have that opportunity to put either of them in there, that's a nice sign. So.
Well, it's nice that you do have that foundation because, like you say, in the beginning of the season, you don't know who's going to be scoring, and you're going to make a lot of changes. And I tell you what, when you have a hot goalie that can keep you in games, things can happen. And then once you halfway through the season, you might see a couple players step up, and really start helping this team.
Well, that's what we're hoping for. We got some young kids that came in. We have one that is hurt now he's out for 6 weeks. So young sophomore that came in with some good speed. So he's going to be behind a little bit. But, there's 3-4 other ones that are stepped up the plate a little bit already that have showed us a little bit of grit. And hopefully we can get them, the more experience they get, you never know what can happen. So, it basically this year is we're looking for, there's a lot of open positions available here to play, so we got a lot of competition to want to get some ice time.
Living in this video age, do you guys in your team, do you guys look at video? Do you look at video of other teams?
Yeah, we try to video. For the most part, we're more concerned about what we do than what someone else does. If we have to try to change all the time and try to make different changes and adjustments, it just sometimes it throws a monkey wrench at you. You don't want to be a half a step slow because you're thinking about something else. So we're more interested in what we're doing and what we need to do to compete.
So are you
play at our
looking
level.
at footage of your team?
Correct. Of games that we've played.
Okay, all right.
How you can improve players or
Sure.
show them where they made mistakes and where they did good.
Yeah.
Sure.
Both ways. I mean, you got to show them both.
For the most part, you can sit there, like I always put it, we can sit in here all day long and talk about the positive things.
Sure.
Here's some of the things we need to improve on, so we try to make it where a kid isn't embarrassed by, having that video, showing that video, and if he gives up a goal or makes a bad play or the goalie makes a blooper, that's not what it's about. It's about, trying to get better and showing everybody, hey, you know what, here's where we need to improve, and this is what we're seeing on tape, and the more you can do that, the more that the kids understand what their role is and what they need to do, the better you're going to play.
Denfeld head hockey coach Kevin Smalley joining us on this episode, and the season starts Friday, and the road to state starts this Friday, and again, you're playing Red Wing?
Yes, we
And
are.
the game is at?
At the Heritage.
Oh, good, at Heritage and what's the drop of the puck time, Jer?
It says, let's see, is it that early?
Yeah, we're the early game. I think there's a
5:15.
doubleheader that night.
No, that's Jamboree.
Oh, wait, Jamboree. Yeah, the varsity's 5:15.
Oh, okay, all right.
5:15, and then they play right away the next day at 12:15. They got a big AA team coming up, Bloomington Jefferson, and that's a doubleheader because I know East is playing Wayzata.
Yeah.
So get out to the Heritage Center both on Friday night at 5:15. Denfeld and Red Wing, and then Bloomington Jefferson and Denfeld at 12:15 Saturday, and then East and Wayzata. So you get your money's worth.
Geez, you've got quite a schedule. You open up with your first 3 games at home, Red Wing this Friday, and then Saturday, Bloomington Jefferson, and then Tuesday, December 1st, you'll host Greenway.
Yeah. We built that schedule for a reason. We play 25 different teams, so we don't play anybody twice. So it's kind of a nice non-conference schedule. We try to schedule as many good non-conference teams that we can, quality teams that we can, and we go from there. This year we have War Road and Thief River coming in town.
Didn't you used to play
We do that
Marshall
every
and
year.
Hermantown twice?
Hermantown we played twice for a while, but Bruce beefed up his schedule a little bit too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we play all of our conference teams one time, which
That's
I
nice.
think is
Yeah.
because you have Cloquet, who's a AA team there. It's hard for them to play two
Right.
games against all our conference teams.
Right.
And, and we get that. So I mean, Dave does a good job up there of his schedule, trying to schedule as tough a teams as he can
Yeah.
too. So
And you still play Duluth Marshall, correct?
yes, we do.
That's good. So
Yep.
now we got all the city teams playing each other.
Yeah, that's
So what do
great.
you think of Duluth Marshall moving up to AA?
You know, I don't know. I don't know what to really say about that. Obviously, they have a long-term plan in place of some kind, I'm sure. You know, they took that step for whatever reasons they did. That I really can't really comment on it because I don't know the internal reasons. But certainly, by them going up to AA, you know, they're going to have their hands full. Section 7 AA is going to have another good hockey team in their, in their section and.
Big time.
Yeah, so you know, you look at it that way. It's you know, we're at a point where you just teams come in and teams come out and,
Right.
and they make decisions for whatever reason. So obviously they have a plan of attack of why they did that.
Well, I know they're going to have growing pains because they still need numbers up there. And to do AA, you need numbers. I mean, you have to go deep to compete with a lot of these teams nowadays. And one thing I noticed, the worst thing that can happen is injuries. And their main kids are injured right now. They only have one main guy that's really, I mean, a senior leadership that is playing right now. And I saw the game last night, and what a difference that makes when your leadership is out. I mean, but they're going to have growing pains, and I hope they stick with it and go through these growing pains. They're going to get a lot of losses with their key players out, but I hope they stay with it and the program works because I think in the long run it'll be the best thing for hockey up north.
Yeah.
Of course, you were a member of the Bulldog hockey team way back in the day. Back in the
let's not go back that
in the
far.
early '80s. And when we watched the Bulldogs, and I think if you look at the Bulldogs over the past couple of years, their power play really struggles.
You know what? Look at who they play every night. You know, I mean, the bottom line is what a tough conference. I mean, the schedule that Scott's got there. You know, you can't take a night off. You can't take a period off or a shift off. I mean, these teams are that good. They're that close, and
Right.
you know the balance of that. Obviously, you know when your power play is connecting, that can win you games, and when it's not connecting, you can lose a 1-goal game. But you know, I'm sure they'll straighten some things out and they'll get better on it. And they got good kids. I got to watch a couple games now, and you know they're going to be there.
Yeah.
I really believe that they're going to turn that corner. But their conference is, you know, and look at who they play. I mean, it's.
Right.
Each night is a battle for them, you know.
Well, the NCHC is without a doubt the premier Division I college hockey conference in the nation. The Big Ten has really suffered, but they're doing that for reasons regarding money and television contracts. Yep. But what a group of alumni. I was at the Denver game Friday night, and there was Norm McIver and Tom Curvers, both assistant general managers, Tom with Tampa Bay and
Norm with
Chicago.
Blackhawks.
And I thought, here they are, still buddies, sitting together, and they're at the top ranks of their sport.
You know, that was that you talk about those things, and it was 2 years ago we had a reunion, and Tom and Billy Grillo put a lot of effort into getting everybody there. And I think that team that we had at the 80, you know, the 84 team, there was only 3 people that couldn't show up.
Wow.
You know, and one of them obviously passed away. But you know, that's incredible to have that kind of connection, and the emails that go back and forth every day that we read. You know, you know, it's they're a great group of guys, and you know, we stuck together pretty close.
Well, in our hearts, the fans at least, that championship game against Bowling Green, UMD was, I think, the better team. You had a crazy bounce off the boards that Rick Costi just didn't have any chance. He just went back to play it, and it just the craziest bounce. And then it goes into 4 or 5 overtimes, and it's a bounce of the puck. But I don't know, I felt you guys were the better team.
Well, you know, so do we. You know, I mean, so. But you know, you look at that there again. You know, you're playing another really good quality team, and you do need those breaks, and they certainly got a a break to be able to tie that game that late in the game. And
I don't know that I've ever seen a ricochet off the boards like that after that.
no, like I said, it's
just so rare.
You need those that say you don't need any luck, you need some luck.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you're up against caliber teams that are just as good, you need those breaks to happen to go your way.
We can always talk about Bill Watson, and of course Brett Hull came through here. But to me, one of the guys that I thought was just a great college hockey player, I don't know where he ended up, Bobby Loxo.
Bobby, yes, Bobby could skate up and down the ice faster than anybody that, there's only one guy faster, and that was Gary DeGryle.
Really?
Yeah. But Bobby was, he was relentless. I mean, the guy wouldn't tire out, I mean, he could, I think when we did our Bulldog Mile, we had to do it in under 5 or 6 minutes. I can't remember exactly, but he was around the track and sitting down before we even got halfway done.
What's the Bulldog Mile?
We have to run the mile. That was
time.
a certain time, under a certain time,
Right.
or you
Right.
had to do it again.
Does this still go on?
Yes. All colleges do that, a lot of them.
So you better run a mile on an indoor track?
Well, we were outside on the football field.
And
field.
Coach Surdich was running
We had the stopwatches. Coaches were out there. So
Oh my! I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we had to make sure that we were underneath that time. So,
And if not, you weren't on the squad.
well, if not, you were probably going to
Keep
do
working.
it again.
You made sure you made it. Is the thing.
Oh, yeah.
You made sure you could do it under that time.
Oh my! I didn't know that. Well, that's neat.
Hey, there's going to be a couple of events at your games this weekend. Why don't you read one of the events there?
Yeah, we're going to have a noted Olympic hockey doc is going to visit Duluth, Dr. V. George Negabads. Negabads? A noted sports physician who has served as team doctor for Olympic, college, and professional hockey teams. And he'll visit the Heritage Sports Center on November 27th and 28th to present his recently published Gold, Silver, Bronze. It's an autobiography about his experience as a hockey doc. And he's best known for his role with the 1980 Olympic Miracle on Ice hockey team. Served with several other Olympic hockey teams. He started his medical career in hockey with the 1958-59 Minnesota Golden Gophers, and he held that post until his retirement in 1992. So this, Friday and Saturday at Heritage Sports Center. Come on out and meet the doc that helped out the Olympic hockey team in 1980, Dr. George V. Negabads, and you know him. You know this guy, or know who he is, or know of him?
I know about him.
Yeah.
I had not personally, as far as knowing a lot
Right.
about him, but certainly his credentials that you just read
Yeah,
off
yeah.
are
there's
pretty impressive.
There's certainly more here that I didn't get to, but he was the team physician to the Minnesota Fighting Saints, the North Stars, and a real integral part of any program is the doctor or the trainer.
Nowadays, it's all about the trainer. Thank
Right.
heaven we have one. There's so many things that happen out there during the game. It's a fast sport. Things happen, and the trainers make the call now,
Right.
which is nice. It takes
Should
a lot.
I ice it, or is it a concussion? We have to go through this.
Exactly. The protocol that you get to come back comes right through the trainer. So, there is no questions on somebody trying to cut the corner and saying, hey, I feel better today, I'm going to go out and skate. It's not how it works. It comes right through the trainer now, and it's a protocol, and you have to take the right steps to make sure that you're okay to play again.
So the trainer is a part of it even after the injury, let's say. You're in contact with the trainer about how is he doing now, what's his progress.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day I get a feedback. If I have a kid that's injured, pretty much every day I'm in contact during season, and sometimes even a little out of season.
I
So-
still think they should put skates on the trainer, because you got the guy at the end of the rink. There he is in agony, and they've got to tiptoe all the way down.
Need two players to carry it. There's another event that's going to happen on Saturday at the Heritage Center when the two high school games are going on. Duluth East is bringing in their 95 state championship team. And so during your game, Spihar will be cheering for Duluth Denfeld.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Really?
That's a great
So
group.
So there'll be a
20th anniversary team.
Yes.
Wow.
30. 20. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
That was,
Do the
that
math.
was a heck of a team. They
Yeah.
had a lot of good players. boy,
Yeah,
I'll tell
Dylan
ya.
Mills,
Yeah.
Ryan Cool,
Who was that goaltender? Was it Colquist, or no? It was
Lettingham, wasn't it?
Lettingham, yeah.
And you know, those names, I think, you think about those names right there you just said, and most of them are coaching.
Right.
You know, so
That's a neat part of,
Yeah.
of how they continue
Yep.
in the game at some aspects, but at least coaching, and they can pass on their knowledge and their skill to the young kids.
And they all have kids now, so
Yeah.
I bet they have skates too. So any big events for Denfeld this year that the team or ex-team members are doing, or
You
Well-
still got your tournament.
you know, we have our high school tournament. Obviously, we
is
have
that the
a-
Christmas
The
tournament?
Christmas tournament. We have 8 teams coming in out of town, and it's a great tournament. It's JV, varsity, all at the Heritage Center. Starting the first 2 days start at 11:30.
Is it starting Monday after Christmas
Correct.
or Tuesday? Okay.
Correct.
And then what teams are going to be there? Do you know something?
You have Owatonna, you have Mankato, you have.
Oh, you got it
Oh,
there.
look at that! Apple Valley, Eau Claire Memorial, number
Okay.
1 team out of Wisconsin.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Notre
Hud-
Dame's not number 1 no more?
No, Hudson.
wow.
St. Louis Park's coming back. St. Paul Academy. So I mean, you take a look at that, and
Yeah, St. Louis Park just beat Orono, which is a decent team. Mark Parrish that played for the Wild.
Well, in
St.
past
Paul's
years,
right.
I've had an opportunity to talk to some of the coaches of these teams that come here, and they're impressed with the tournament, they're impressed with the rink, and it's a good tournament.
yeah, and we get a lot of people that a lot of emails. Hey, you have any openings? So when you have that kind of thing, feedback coming back, it travels quick, and certainly it's a great environment. We have a breakfast banquet Tuesday morning
Oh,
over
okay.
at the Clyde with a guest speaker. So at this point, I don't know exactly who's going to be doing that one yet, but we'll go from there.
Well, Monday, December 28th, your Christmas tournament will start at 2 o'clock at Heritage Center with the JV, and then 2 o'clock, you got both rinks, Sites and Sill, so there's,
Yeah,
wow.
both days start at
Wow.
11:30 with the rink with the teams kicking off. So, and then of course, let's not forget Hockey Day in Minnesota.
Right.
So
That's right.
that's
February 6th.
That's kind of a big thing
And
on
you're
our plate.
playing Eveleth, right? The
Yep.
first game, 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, right down at the Bayfront.
Yep.
That's going to be a great event, man. I can't wait.
Well, you've got to be pretty excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great excitement for the program all the way through the community. I mean, all of Duluth. I mean, this is an opportunity that, may never happen again. The way I look at it.
Sure.
It's very difficult to get this event, and being the 10th, I believe it's
Yeah.
the 10th year.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's a
hopefully,
lot of finance for these things.
Yep. Hopefully things will work out really well.
Head coach Kevin Smalley, Duluth Denfeld boys hockey team, good luck this year.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right.
Minnesota Hockey Connection, you can find us online, minnesotahockeyconnection.com. Go to our Facebook page, like us on Facebook as well. And we want to thank the staff at PACT-TV that produced this show. And for myself and Jerry Burrow and Kevin, thank you for watching. And we'll be back here next week to drop the puck.